All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. And that will be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 24-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say,
he's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Red! 10 Tucson. That's right, baby.
To throw on second down. Love is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Love. Going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner, 76 yards. And the AFC has taken the lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Got it! 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Bring it. Bring it.
Third and 2, now Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Set. Okay, no more. Watch it, cut.
On first down, it's Haskins, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 16-yard line.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They run. This is Cohen. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Haskins. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tighten up, trouble!
Back to throw. Love. Room past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Check. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Now Haskins to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd and 5. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 30-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Haskins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 49 to Pittsburgh. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Haskins will throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up. A yard or two shy of the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second and 16. Haskins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. But he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the AFC will take over, 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, it's Watson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the AFC. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a piece.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Again, it's Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready. 49. Go, go, go.
Now Haskins. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's our time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 43.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Haskins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The drive will start with Connor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From just shy of midfield, Watson. Allen's got it complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And an AFC first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watson now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
AFC first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, set. 19. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last two seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the fourth. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 75 yards. And the NFC has retaken the lead. Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Caught by Allen. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the run is counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked complete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
At the 33-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Check safety, check safety. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
They try again with Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check 99, check 99.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
That's another NFC 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Haskins going to try to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.